Welcome to the Funnel Factor, everybody. Hey, everybody, welcome back. We're going to do a deep dive into, Cindy's decision to postpone the 3-day workshop.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people were really excited.
definitely caught a lot of people off guard, right?
Yeah. So let's talk about, why she decided to do this in the first place.
Well, I mean, first of all, let's acknowledge Cindy's taking a little break.
She's going on a Pacific Island
A
cruise.
Pacific Island cruise, right?
Yeah.
So good for her.
I'm a little jealous.
I am too. But you know what? It kind of sends an important message, I think, to entrepreneurs like us.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
That you got to take time to recharge. So
Yeah.
You can't just go, go, go all the time.
Totally. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to unplug and, enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Absolutely. And, while she's doing that, she's actually also working.
Oh, is she? What's she doing?
Yeah, she's finalizing some new features for FunnelMates
Ah, very cool.
before the workshop.
So it's going to be even better when it finally happens.
That's the idea.
Very smart.
Yeah. And she's also using this extra time to update the content.
All right, because things change so fast, especially with AI.
Exactly. AI is a rapidly developing field, and you got to stay on top of it.
Absolutely.
So that's another smart reason to delay things a little bit.
Makes sense. So speaking of the workshop, let's talk about some of the changes she announced.
Okay.
The biggest one, I think, is that it's not free anymore.
Right. There's a $5 entry fee now.
$5.
$5.
Which, for some people might be a barrier,
Sure.
but if you already registered,
You're good.
you're still in for free.
You're grandfathered in.
Yes, exactly.
So that's good news for those who are early birds.
Absolutely. But yeah, I think this move to a paid model has definitely sparked some debate online.
It has. Some people are saying, it's going to make the workshop less accessible.
Right.
Others are saying, maybe this is going to actually improve the quality of the attendees.
Right. Maybe it'll weed out the people who aren't really serious.
Exactly. Maybe you're going to get a more committed group of people.
Yeah. And I think it's an interesting point because, when something's free, sometimes you don't value it as much.
Oh, that's so true.
So maybe having a small investment like that will make people take it more seriously.
I think that's a good point. And also, let's not forget about the affiliates.
Oh, yeah. The affiliates.
Cindy's offering 100% commission on that $5 fee.
Wow. So you could actually make money.
You could make money while you're learning.
That's a win-win.
Talk about a win-win, right?
Absolutely. And she even mentioned that she's aiming for 2 to 3 upgrades for every 10 invites that are sent out.
Yeah. So there's a lot of potential there for people to earn some income.
It's a smart strategy.
It is.
So it's not just about the learning, it's also about, potentially building your own business as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a really interesting change, and I think it's going to be fascinating to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what kind of impact it has on the overall, feel of the workshop and the attendees and all that.
For sure. And also on the future of FunnelMates.
Right, because this could be a sign of things to come.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is this kind of a shift towards maybe a more premium model?
Yeah, is she focusing more on, experienced users versus beginners?
That's a really interesting question, and I think only time will tell.
We'll have to wait and see, but it's definitely something to think about.
Definitely.
All right, so we've talked about the postponement, we've talked about the paid model.
Uh-huh.
Let's dive a little deeper into, why she decided to postpone it in the first place.
Okay.
She mentioned that she needed to finalize some cool new features for FunnelMates.
Right.
Now, could this be related to the workshop content itself?
I mean, it's certainly possible, right?
It would make sense.
And maybe she's going to incorporate these new features into the curriculum.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, give attendees a sneak peek.
Right, so they could actually see how these things work
Exactly.
in action.
Yeah.
But it also makes me wonder, are these new features, designed to appeal to a more experienced user base? Are we going to see, a shift in the overall functionality of FunnelMates?
It's possible. Maybe she's really starting to cater to those who are a little bit more advanced.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait and see what these new features are.
Right, exactly. But I think it's safe to say that Cindy is, always looking for ways to innovate and improve the platform.
Oh, absolutely. She's not afraid to take risks.
No, she's definitely not afraid to shake things up.
And that's part of what makes her so successful.
Exactly. She's not afraid to push boundaries.
Yeah, she's a true innovator.
And speaking of pushing boundaries, she shared that interesting story about her foray into cold traffic generation.
Oh, yeah.
With that Google Ads campaign.
The Google Ads campaign, yes.
I thought it was really cool that she was willing to admit, that she had paused it.
Yeah, she got some expert advice and she actually listened to it.
Yeah, which is pretty humble.
It is for someone at her level.
Yeah, to be like, you know what? I don't have all the answers.
Yeah, I'm still learning.
I'm going to take advice from someone else.
Yeah. And she's not afraid to, pivot and adjust her strategy.
Exactly, which I think is really inspiring.
Absolutely.
It's a reminder that, even the most successful entrepreneurs,
Yeah,
they still face challenges and setbacks.
they do.
And the key is to, just keep learning, keep experimenting.
And keep going.
Never give up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's a great message for all of us.
It is. And, who knows? Maybe this whole cold traffic experiment will actually lead to some really valuable insights
Oh, I bet it will.
that she can then share with us.
Right, during the workshop.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see
Yeah.
what she comes up with.
I think this workshop is shaping up to be really, really valuable
Absolutely.
for anyone who's serious about using FunnelMates.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we're going to take a quick break.
Okay.
When we come back, we'll delve deeper into the changes she's making to the workshop itself.
Sounds good.
We'll unpack the new curriculum, explore the potential impact of these cool new FunnelMates features, and discuss what it all means for you.
Looking forward to it.
The listener, stay tuned.
All right, so we're back and ready to dig a little deeper into those changes Cindy's making to the workshop.
Yeah, because I think the paid model is definitely interesting, but I'm also really curious about, what's she actually going to be teaching?
Right. What's the content going to look like?
Exactly, because she hinted at those new FunnelMates features, but she didn't really give us any specifics.
Yeah, she's keeping us in suspense.
She is.
I guess, to build a little buzz.
Yeah, I think it's working.
But, we can kind of speculate a little bit.
Yeah, let's put on our detective hats.
We're on our detective hats.
Okay, so we know Cindy loves AI.
Loves AI.
Right. She's all about, using AI to revolutionize online business.
Right, and making it easier for everybody.
Exactly. And we also know that she's been really focusing on that legacy master's path inside FunnelMates.
Which is all about building a long-term sustainable business.
Right. Not just those quick wins.
Exactly.
So what if she's trying to kind of bring those two things together?
Ooh, interesting.
Right? Like, what if the workshop is all about teaching people how to use AI?
Yeah.
Not just for, like I said, those quick wins, but to actually build a real lasting legacy.
I like that. I mean, it would definitely align with, her bigger vision.
Yeah.
For FunnelMates and for entrepreneurship in general.
For sure. And think about what that would mean for the content.
Okay.
We might see a shift away from, just basic funnel building techniques.
Right. More advanced stuff.
Right. And more towards like using AI to personalize customer journeys.
Oh, wow.
To optimize pricing.
Uh-huh.
Maybe even like predicting future market trends.
That would be incredible.
It would be. And it would mean that the workshop isn't just about, learning how to use FunnelMates. It's about mastering like the underlying principles of business success.
Yes.
In the age of AI.
Like a strategic masterclass.
Exactly.
Not just tactical.
Right. And suddenly that $5 fee doesn't seem like that big of a deal.
No, it's starting to sound like a bargain.
Right. Especially when you consider, the affiliate potential.
The commissions, the upsells.
Yeah. It's like she's created this whole ecosystem where everybody wins.
It's brilliant.
It is. But it does raise the question, like, what about beginners?
Ooh, good point.
Right. Yeah. Is this workshop still relevant for someone who's just, starting out with FunnelMates?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Maybe she'll address that in the workshop itself.
Maybe there'll be like different tracks or something.
Right. Like different levels.
The beginner, intermediate, advanced.
Yeah, that would be cool. Or maybe this is a sign that she's really starting to focus more on that, experienced audience.
It's possible.
Yeah, because building a legacy implies that she's already had some success.
That's true.
But I don't think she's going to completely abandon beginners.
I don't think so either.
I mean, she's built a reputation on being so accessible and supportive.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if, in the future she offers some additional resources or training programs specifically for beginners.
Yeah, she's always been really good about catering to her whole audience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's an entrepreneur, and entrepreneurs have to evolve.
Yeah, they got to grow.
So maybe this shift towards, a paid model and a focus on more advanced strategies,
right.
Maybe that's just a natural progression for FunnelMates as a platform.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I think so. And ultimately, it's up to each individual user to decide whether this new direction aligns with their own goals and their needs.
You got to figure out what's right for you.
But I think no matter what your experience level is, we can all agree that this decision shows that Cindy's committed to delivering value.
Absolutely.
And to staying ahead of the curve.
100%.
Yeah. She's definitely a leader in this industry.
She is a trailblazer.
Okay, so we've talked about the postpone, the paid model, all that stuff. But what does it all mean for the average FunnelMates user?
Yeah, like how should people be thinking about all this?
Right, exactly.
Well, I think one of the big takeaways here is that Cindy is not afraid to make bold decisions.
She's definitely not afraid to shake things up.
Even if it means, maybe upsetting some people along the way.
Right. She's got a vision and she's going for it.
Exactly. And I think this whole situation also really highlights how FunnelMates is evolving as a platform.
It's not just a basic funnel builder anymore.
Right. It's becoming much more comprehensive.
Yeah, it's like a whole ecosystem for building an online business.
Yeah, and you can see that in everything from the new onboarding wizard to the focus on AI.
To the legacy master's path.
Exactly.
And I think another important takeaway is that you got to be adaptable.
Oh, yeah. In this industry, things change so fast.
All the time.
You got to be willing to learn new skills and pivot when you need to.
Absolutely. And I think Cindy's decision to pause that Google Ads campaign is a great example of that.
Oh, yeah. She got some expert advice and she actually listened to it.
Which is pretty impressive for someone at her level.
It shows that she's still learning.
Still growing.
Even though she's already so successful.
Exactly. And I think that's really inspiring.
It is.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener?
Good question.
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah, try new things.
Step outside your comfort zone.
Embrace the power of AI.
Exactly. And, view these changes not as obstacles, but as opportunities.
Yeah, opportunities to learn and grow.
To take your business to that next level.
Exactly. Cindy's leading the way.
And we can all learn from her example.
Absolutely.
So whether you're a seasoned FunnelMates pro or just starting out, remember that the key to success is continuous learning and adaptation.
Keep growing, keep learning, keep pushing yourself.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
We hope you found it valuable.
Be sure to tune in next time for more insightful discussions on the world of online marketing.
Until then, keep those funnels flowing.